by Phase 2, which was released last year. This is Carlos's 5th year as a Trek program participant. We're delighted to have him again, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Carlos Pedraza. And rounding out tonight's panel, my good friend, Mr. Brian Holloway. Brian began his theater career at the age of 7. Now, just think of that face at the age of 7. When he appeared in a regional theatrical production of Fiddler on the Roof with his father. Since then, the acting bug has hit hard and he became a full-time commitment. After receiving his BFA in Performance Arts, he toured nationally with several theater organizations for about 7 years and could be seen headlining in productions ranging from Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing and Henry IV, Parts 1 and 2, to musicals like Big River, Man of La Mancha, Kiss Me, Kate, and Jekyll and Hyde, to name a few. He was an extra in the background of Star Trek The Motion Picture and also in the Voyager episode Nemesis. He is also the costuming director here at Dragon Con, and it's not in my notes, but you are for Phase 2, you hold the position of?
Supervisor of Special Effects Makeup.
Supervisor of Special Effects Makeup. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, Mr. Brian Holloway. James, it's all yours.
It's all mine. Where do I start?
Well, we're out of time now.
Thank you for coming. You all are aware of the show, I guess, or you wouldn't be here. So I think it's more fun if we just open the floor up to you guys, don't you think? Carlos? Sure. Sitting down. Brian was born with a goatee, though.
Yeah.
No hair on his head. It's just
That was mother to death.
Actually, there's another Brian. This is the evil.
This is the evil.
Oh, that's the mirror.
This is Mirror Brian.
That's why you're in that funny color.
The last 4 episodes that we did when I first met James, I had no beard. I was just, now I'm involved in another production in the show, and I do Renaissance fairs. And last 4 years we've come to Dragon Con stuff. I've had the goatee, so.
He's just grown more evil as time has gone by.
Somebody over here's got their hand ready to go right here.
Company I keep.
Doing a fan production like New Voyages, has Paramount been easy to work with, or the royal behind?
Are they a film group?
You know, Paramount, I have to say, overall, has been really terrific. And when we first started, not so much so, they actually, going back 5.5 years, almost 6 years now, they actually called us up and said, "What are you doing?" and sicked the lawyers on us. And thankfully, the head attorney at Paramount was a huge original series fan. And she understood it. She got what we were trying to do. And, she just laid down some rules that she passed by the executives at the studio, and they signed off on it. And they basically ended up saying, "You can't profit from what you're doing. We understand what you're doing. We enjoy what you're doing. Just don't make any money. We're going to be over here, and you guys just continue to exist over there." And so it was almost a situation that they had to do. The franchise at that point was not doing well. The fans were, walking away left and right. Not to mention half my staff at that point worked on Enterprise. So, and they knew that. All of my special effects people were working on Enterprise, and so it was kind of a let's not rock the boat situation with the fans. So, but as the years have gone on, they've been great. We call them, we can talk to them, and believe me, they're on my website several times a week. So they're very well aware of what we do. Next.
Yeah, this is for Vic and Gil. The episode you directed, Katumba, and you guest starred, I believe, in it.
Yep.
Comments on it? What was it like directing your own Star Trek show?
I gotta tell you guys, since the moment that
He was an animal.
that was off the set.
Were you on the set?
I was dressed funny. I was there.
Oh.
It was weird. What was really funny? It was funny. It was funny directing in full Klingon makeup.
He looked like Donna Summer with an infection.
Last chance for love. Disco songs were in abundance on on the set. You know what? It was a dream come true. Since the day I met James, I had been so excited that somebody was doing what he has been doing. I, like many of you, grew up just eat, sleep, breathe Star Trek when I was a little boy. And, you know, I thought I was Captain Kirk when I was, you know, this big around and 13, 14 years old, and made my own uniforms. And so when I heard that somebody was doing this, I got so excited and made contact with James. And
He was obsessive about contacting me.
I was.
I got calls from people who wrote for Deep Space Nine saying, this Vic Mignogna guy is trying to get
But it was really, it's a dream come true. I am not interested in anything but being a part of something that I have loved since childhood. I'm not, you know, I have a career in anime. I've done a lot of shows that are on Cartoon Network and Sci-Fi Channel and stuff, but I have such a deep love and joy for original Star Trek. So the chance to be a part of it is the greatest privilege of all. Tell them about being on the set when you were sober.
Kept bringing me buns and things. I didn't understand.
I brought you no buns. That was a girl.
Well, it was interesting for me because I
Tell them that you...
I'm in trouble.
What
I never
did you,
really
what did you
watched
tell
Star
me
Trek.
after you put the uniform on? You walked out of the dressing room. What did you tell me? Because I remember specifically.
Go ahead, I have no idea.
He looked at me, and his... By the way, this is Janet, Gil's wife, right here. Janet is a huge... Janet is a huge Star Trek fan.
Yes, she is.
Okay? Gil is not a Star Trek, wasn't a Star Trek fan. And we got him in the uniform, and he walked out, and he said, God damn it, you've taken me to the dark side.
I'm on the dark side now.
He makes an amazing Starfleet admiral. Makes a great admiral, though. If you can imagine that with the uniform, is quite impressive. Quite impressive.
They made that for me. It was very nice. From the original cloth. Right?
Everything.
Yeah.
We spared no expense for you.
I noticed that. Sweet at the Holiday Inn.
You stayed at the Holiday Inn?
All I
Best
could eat-
Western.
All I could eat at the dollar store.
It was across the parking lot from Walmart, so it's a great location.
They have a free continental breakfast.
By the way, Carlos, I have Vic's new hentai on video for you.
I will say this seriously. Though. I got to say this seriously. I mean, as an actor, as a professional for almost 40 years, and I've told you guys this. I was really impressed with the quality of the work and the dedication of the people who are involved with the show, and it just blew me away that these people come from all over the world and give of their time for something that they care so deeply about, and they do such an amazing job. Those of you who watch the show, you should be very grateful to these people who have such a dedication and love for the show that you all love. Because I told him, I said, I can't believe that people do this for nothing. I mean, I've seen crews that get paid double overtime and don't work this hard. And it was a very impressive experience for me to be involved with all these people, except for Vic.
And Kazumba was a particularly challenging thing to do because if you followed our show, we've never beamed down, really. We've never really left the ship. We did, I think, in the second one, but it was very briefly done. And everybody always said to me, why are you doing these bottle shows? Why are you always on the Enterprise? Why don't you beam down? And my response was, I will not leave the Enterprise. I will not beam down until we can beam down and do it right. I don't want to beam down in somebody's backyard with trees and bushes, like some of the other fan films. You know, if you can't beam down and make it look like you're on an alien planet, for God's sakes, I'm not going to beam down. I'm not going to waste my time. Because everybody sitting up here will tell you that filming on location is one of the most difficult things that you can do. And so this particular story dated back to 1977. It was written for the actual Phase 2 series, and we had to update it because over the ensuing years, the Klingon Empire kind of evolved in a different direction than what was portrayed in the story. So we had to find a way to combine the